Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. We're currently in San Francisco, where we are delighted to be joined by Satchit Joglekar, Managing Director ASEAN at Snowflake, along with Sreenivas Bollina, Vice President Data and Analytics at OFI. And I'm delighted to welcome in my international correspondent, Jason Teetz. Gentlemen, really looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for having us.
Srinivas, let's start off. At OFI, you are making real on your purpose to be the change for good food and a healthy future. How is the AI Data Cloud serving to solve complex business challenges from things like harvesting to supply chain management?
Actually, that's an interesting question. Good food and good food is like everyone's requirement, right? But the key challenge is what is good food? How do you know it's a good food, right? So the biggest challenge is to identify where it is coming from, kind of a thing. But the food supply chain systems are so complex, it is very, very challenging actually. So what we have done internally is we built a solution called Track and Trace. The idea of this solution is actually to find all the way from a farmer to all the way to the consumer a full traceability. So this solution is actually built on AI Data Cloud, where we bring data from our farming systems, our ERP systems, and our customer-facing systems. Then we kind of establish this traceability end to end. This is not just that. This also helps us to make some data-driven decisions. Like example, we want to identify who are the farmers who are actually producing good food, right? So that also helps us to find out which kind of partners we want to engage with. One more thing I'd like to add is recently there is a EUDR, European Union deforestation regulation, which actually forces for coffee and cocoa kind of products that we operate in today, to have full traceability, where to make sure the products that we are bringing into European Union are not from a deforested lands kind of a thing. So how do we can make sure we are compliant to this kind of a regulation? Again, we use this AI Data Cloud platform today, which helps us to connect all these dots together and provide that kind of a transparency and insights to our customers, actually. So that's how we use, this is one of the challenges I can say we are addressing it through AI Data Cloud today.
Satchit, for your ecosystem of clients in Singapore, what trends are you noticing and how is Snowflake serving to harness their data's true potential?
I'd just like to continue on what Srini was saying. So the value that Snowflake has been bringing consistently globally, but what we are seeing increasingly in our region as well, is the ability to consolidate across multiple silos. Srini mentioned, getting data from farmers, from the ERP systems, from multiple different sources into one single system to be able to create a single view. Now, a trend that we're noticing where Snowflake is uniquely positioned in our region is AI is creating an imperative to accelerate this consolidation and this modernization. In the past, it would have been maybe just to accelerate BI or some of the reporting use cases, but now with AI coming on board, the C-levels and the boards are asking, hey, this needs to be done yesterday, right? So we can't wait for it. So that's creating that imperative to move all this data and all this consolidation into one place to get that single view. But another interesting trend that we're seeing in Singapore and in Southeast Asia is many of our Southeast Asian organizations, including the likes of OFI, are part of larger groups of companies, or they have many other organizations in their ecosystem where there is an opportunity to unlock the power of data via the network effects, via collaboration and sharing, and power that AI even that much more by unlocking those relationships. And through the nature of how Southeast Asian organizations are structured, many of them are in conglomerates. To enable those internal marketplaces and those data connections and relationships is going to superpower the next generation of AI use cases. So these are the couple of broad trends that we're seeing.
It's great to hear, and always staying true to the ethos of putting the customer first. Great to hear, Satchit. Srini, I'd like to pivot back to OFI for a moment, and I have to say that the numbers speak for themselves. They're absolutely incredible. Over 120 manufacturing centers, 18,000 employees, and 11,000 customers. Congratulations. What internal initiatives have you implemented to better align your global team?
This is again interesting one for me because if you see 120 manufacturing plants, such a huge customer base and so many employees, you can't avoid data being in silos. And we operate in so many countries, there are so many systems that come into a picture. Getting a holistic enterprise global data view is so challenging. So over the course of last two plus years, our biggest goal first is to bring the data together. So we kind of built the enterprise data platform where we kind of integrated with all the source systems and brought the data together. In the past, for us to get, let's say, a global sales view for the day, right? Earlier, we used to have a weekly views. Means once in a week, we used to know what happened to our sales in that week.
Right.
So if you see, it's not easy for someone who's making a trading decisions with a very volatile market, right? Even with the tariffs today, the markets are moving so fast and so volatile. It's very difficult for someone to make that decision. So with bringing this data together now, it's not real time, but we have a near real time insights. I can actually click off a button. I can see what's my sales we have done for entire week or today, last 2 hours. What is the sales we have done? We could get that insight very easily. So this is like ours is a global organization, a global data enterprise data platform. That we built on Snowflake is kind of addressing the key challenge today, which is like a key differentiation for us in the industry.
As you collectively look at your year ahead, what AI cases do you see having the most impacts for businesses across the region, and why?
I'll take that. So if you see from the first two questions, right, we brought the data together. So for us, the next big AI use cases is how do we democratize the data? So how do we take this data to a larger user group? We don't want to build more dashboards, more reports. Even today, what came in the announcement, like the intelligence capability of Snowflake that is offering, actually kind of a game changer which meets our needs, because we don't want to build new insights. The users can just type in the data we are already harmonized and generate the insights that they want. In addition to that, we are also working on some other use cases which are specific to our industry, like supply chain optimization, right? So at the end of the day, companies want, because there is a lot of AI going on in this summit, I can see so many people talking about AI. How it actually converts to a value is like when we apply this to actual use cases. Like example for us, for our industry, supply chain optimization is one of the key use cases, because our products move from so many places to so many places. An optimized route to actually ship a product itself can make a big difference for us. So these are the one use cases. Second one I can say is our trading and risk management side of it. We trade a lot of our commodities are exchange tradable. So we have within futures and options, and FX has a lot of influence in our business. Having insights generated on top of this data with the AI use cases also can have a significant impact to our day-to-day operations. Actually, these are some use cases I think we're still building our pipeline, but these are some things we kind of working already.
On a broader level across the region in Southeast Asia and Singapore, we are seeing, and what Srini mentioned is absolutely ringing true. But on a broader level, we are seeing use cases that look at unstructured data, document AI, getting insights from PDFs, from text, from images. That has unlocked very recently. 80% of the world's data is unstructured. But what can you do with it? The answer to that is now here. And now we are seeing organizations truly look at that unstructured data and see what they can do with it. And the other broad use case we are seeing is really the talk to your data kind of use case, which we are speaking with OFI, but many organizations on as well.
Yeah. Great perspective and insights, an exciting next chapter. And I want to continue to look at what's next. But before we wrap, gentlemen, what's next for OFI in Snowflake? Srini, why don't we start with you?
So what next? I think there are a lot of things that have been discussed today in the keynote.
It's all happening.
So it's all happening. So what next is quite apparent. How do we make these solutions, take it to our end users, where we can actually generate some impact, right? Example, the intelligence again that came up a lot today. So if we can take that to our user base of all the users we have at present, it's a game changer. So like that we have, and you also I can see that one more use case that came up quite apparent today on your unstructured data. So we have so many factories, and we get a lot of unstructured data, especially the IoT data from the cameras, from the IoT machines that we have. we kind of haven't generated a lot of insights there, but we know that there is a lot of value to be extracted. I think that could be another use cases which we can partner with Snowflake to take forward.
Yeah, I mean, again, very aligned with what Srini said. We were joking earlier that the keynote was full of announcements. How are we going to make these practical for OFI, right? And
You're sitting next to each other.
yeah, that's really what's next. How we make these the deployment of these use cases relevant to the business, make sure they are prioritized by business value, and have absolutely maximize the business impact. So that's really what's next for us to help OFI onboard their next generation of AI use cases.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing what comes next, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
It's such a pleasure sitting down with you, Jason. Thank you so much for joining as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. Thank you so much for joining us here at Snowflake Summit. We'll see you soon.